Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about women chase men who do this. So the first thing that we're going to get into is confidence. So it's no newsflash, right, that women like men who are confident. So this could be an area that you're struggling with. So let's get into it, okay? Because maybe when you meet a woman that you like, you become really nervous and maybe your nervousness is getting in the way of you displaying more attractive qualities. And perhaps if you're even more nervous than what she is, right, it could be putting her off you, which is why you're the one that seems to be always doing the chasing when it comes to women, and women never seem to be chasing you. So this could be one of the issues, okay? So one of the best ways that you can get more confident around women is by talking to more women. And this is really the only way that you can improve your nervousness around women is you just need to get yourself around women more often. Now, what I want you to do is this, okay? First of all, let yourself off the hook. When you go out and talk to a woman, okay, you don't have to get her phone number. You don't have to ask her for a date. Just simply go and talk to women for the sake of improving your social skills around them, improving your nervousness, improving your confidence. Okay? And the best way that you can do that is by letting yourself off the hook and just going out simply to practice and talk to women. Okay? And what you do is when you're talking to women, okay, develop this healthy curiosity for them. So you take the focus off of yourself and you put the focus on them. And you can talk to any woman. It could be women that you meet in the supermarket, when you're queuing to go and pay for your groceries. It could be women that you talk to at the bus stop. It could be women that you work with. It could be women that you go to school with if you're still a student. It could be women who are older than you, younger than you. You're just getting yourself around women, okay? And whenever you see a woman, no matter what her age, your aim, right, is to strike up a little conversation with her, even if it's something just really small about the weather. Just a little bit of small talk. Okay? And when you do that, when it gets easier for you to go up to a woman and talk to them, when you do meet a woman that you do find attractive, it's going to be much more easier for you and you're not going to feel as nervous as when you before doing this practice, okay? But it's a practice that you do definitely need to do. You can't skip this, okay? This is a fundamental. If you want to be less nervous around women, you simply need to be around and talk to more women. You need to be around that energy more so it doesn't make you become unglued and unconfident, essentially, okay? So first off, it might be, if you're really struggling with confidence, it might be just simply starting off small by just looking up and giving them a smile whenever you see a woman, okay? Because you might not be comfortable enough to actually go up and talk to a woman, okay? It might be that bad. But that's how you start. You start by just doing baby steps, okay? So you start off by just looking women in the eye. And then when that feels easy and comfortable, then you go up the next step, which is asking them about their day, so let's say that you're walking down the street and there's a woman coming to you from the other direction and you're going to walk past each other. Just say, hey, how are you? And or good morning, how are you? Something like that. And then she'll just say, oh, good morning or whatever, and then you'll just go past each other, right? But it's about building that skill. It's about building your confidence level, okay? And when that becomes easy, then when let's say you're in the line at the shop paying for your groceries, and let's say there's like an old lady in front of you, okay? You ask her about, her opinion on something. Like, let's say there's like a news rack of like different papers or something, and there's something on there that you can easily talk about. Like, let's say there's been like some political thing going on. You can say, oh God, I see there's another political firestorm happening at the moment. What's your opinion on that guy or that girl or whatever? Yeah. And then she'll be like, oh, yeah, I can't believe there's all these arguments. La, 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 la. They'll just start talking, okay? But as you can see, like it's just about striking up conversations and just getting yourself around that energy more. Now, when it feels comfortable for you to be able to strike up a conversation with any kind of woman, yeah, and you feel more comfortable, that's when, if you see a woman that you find beautiful and let's say you're talking to her about the weather or something like that, that's when you can say something like, oh, well, I got to run, but I'd really like to get to know you better. What's your phone number? Okay, and then she'll either give it to you or she'll say no thanks, and then you can do what you want with that. Like if she gives you the number, great, you can text her in a couple of days and just ask her out. Okay, but as you can see, it's all about building your comfort level around women. And it's something that you definitely have to practice if you feel unconfident around women. You need to get yourself around women more. And the best way that you can do that is just by practicing and letting yourself off the hook. You don't have to get their phone number. You don't have to speak to only beautiful women. Just speak to all women who you find attractive, women that you don't find attractive, old ladies, teenagers, right? Just strike up conversations with them. I'm not saying you should be hitting on these people, okay? Because that's putting yourself on the hook again and putting pressure on yourself. Don't put any pressure on yourself to get phone numbers or to get laid or anything. Just purely practice, okay? So fundamental, you have to do that if you are unconfident around women. So another way that you can cultivate a genuine confidence in yourself is by taking action on your goals. Okay, one of the ways that you can decrease your confidence is by procrastinating, by not following through on the things that you should be doing. There's a quote by Dale Carnegie that I like, which is, "Inaction breeds down fear. Taking action breeds confidence and courage." If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. So that aligns with what I said about going out and getting comfortable with women, but it also aligns with taking action on your goals and having some really cool, inspiring goals for yourself. Okay. So so this goes into my next point, which is living with purpose and passion. Okay. If you can develop like a passion for life, and even though you may not be happy with where you are, if you can develop a healthy passion for where you are and you feel ambitious for where you want to be, but you're enjoying the journey, you're enjoying now, you're enjoying creating that life that you hope for yourself. So you've got to get yourself essentially some inspiring goals. You've got to get yourself goals that you find that just light you up on the inside, that really truly inspire you. And then just try and work on those every single day. Try and make that dream life a reality whilst also enjoying now, right? Enjoying the daily actions that you have to take in order to get there. Okay, that's the sweet spot. If you can find a way to enjoy the journey, yeah, while still being eager for more and excited for more and ambitious for more, that's the juice of life right there. That's all you need. And why is that attractive to women? Well, when you eventually go out and start talking to women and they start asking about you, and maybe you're out on a date with a woman as well, because you've got a goal that you're really passionate about, you've got an aim, you've got a vision for your life that you're really passionate about, it's going to show on the inside. You're going to light up, right? And you're going to be more inclined to smile, and you're just going to look more relaxed, okay, and happy. So that's going to come across. That's going to come across really well, especially if you have those inspiring goals for yourself. Okay. So another way that you can get more women to chase you is when you've got that solid foundation. You've got the solid foundation of being able to talk to women and strike up conversations with all women, whether you find them attractive or not. When you go out on a date with a woman and you're trying to make things a little bit more flirtatious, then what you can then focus on is being able to tease her and teasing her in a funny but kind way. It doesn't mean that you're being mean. Teasing is not mean, okay? It's just messing with her a little bit, basically, in order to get a smile out of her, in order to show that you're playful and to get her to be playful, okay? So, for example, you can just make a comment on, let's say you go out for coffee with a woman. You can make a little comment on the drink that she orders. So let's say she gets like a a frappe or something, right? And let's say you're like an Americano kind of guy, right? You like your coffee black or something like that. No frills or anything. You could just say something funny, like as if she's got like all the works on her like latte or frappe or whatever. You can say, "Oh my god, your coffee is like a Christmas tree," or something like that, because of how like done up it is, you know, all like the cream and the sprinkles and everything, right? You know, you can just make a little funny comment about that, right? And it's just like it's teasing, and it's kind of almost like tiny putting her down a little bit, but it's being done in a playful and funny way. Okay, and it just shows that you're ready to go, and she might even come back and say something like, "Well, your coffee is really boring. How can you just drink coffee black?" And then you can just start a little funny like teasing back and forth about the whole drinks that you've ordered thing, right? Or maybe you're out to dinner with her, and she gets a pizza. Let's say you're getting pizza, and she gets a topping that you find like really interesting. Like, let's say you don't like pineapple on your pizza, or she gets like, and she puts it on her pizza, or she gets anchovies and you don't put anchovies on your pizza. You're like, "Oh my god, that's your topping. I don't think we can be friends anymore." Say something like that. It's just gentle teasing. It's what this is showing. It's showing that you're not afraid of her. You're not afraid to play. You're not afraid to say something that could potentially be a bit risky, right, in terms of her attraction for you. You're not being a people pleaser, essentially. Okay, you're showing her, I don't mind messing with you. I'm not scared of saying the wrong thing in front of you, and I'm not going to treat you like a princess and be a yes man for you. Yeah? It's showing that you can stand up to her in a way. Okay? It's showing, and it's also showing that you can play and have a laugh too, right? Because you're not afraid to joke back and forth to one another. So another thing as well that this will help women chase you more is you've got to have a sense of mystery. A sense of mystery about yourself. And I talk about this quite frequently in my videos, but you don't have to text a woman back straight away, okay? And also when it comes to when you're dating as well, just after a date, just wait a few days before asking her out again. You don't have to message her that night, okay? Unless, of course, she messages you. But let's say you go on a date and you don't hear from her that evening or the next day. Wait a few days before asking her out again. Okay? Let her think about you. Let her think about how well the date went. Because more than likely, that's what you're going to be thinking. Because you haven't heard from her, you're going to be thinking, "Oh, does she still like me? What's going on?" But if she likes you, then she's also going to be thinking those things. Okay? So when she does hear from you eventually in a few days after the date, she's going to be like, "Oh," she's going to feel relief because she's like, "Oh, he does care. Oh, he does still want to see me." So create that sense of mystery. You don't always have to be in her DMs. Relax a little bit on that. In fact, do what Corey Wayne says, which is like just use the phone for setting up dates. So when you're messaging or when you're calling a woman up, just use it to make the next date. Just use it for arranging dates. You don't have to be using it as a way to get to know each other. And as human beings, with things like messaging and even the phone and letter writing has only been around for like it hasn't been around for as long as we've been around. Human beings are designed to get to know each other in person. Okay? So we can read each other's body language, so we can read the vibe, so we can, sense how the other person is. It's very hard to do that with a phone or even a phone call sometimes. Okay? So just use your messaging and your phone calling as a way to make and arrange things. You don't need to do anything else. Okay? And like I said, you don't always have to text back right away, and you don't always have to message her right after the date. Leave it a few days. If she reaches out to you, then fine, you can arrange the next date then. Or if she calls you up, then fine, you can arrange the date then. If she messages you after the date, fine, brilliant, arrange the next date. But if you don't hear anything, we'll just wait a few days and then ask her out again. So when you do these things, okay, it's going to create space for women to chase you. So if you've got that confidence in yourself, okay, first of all, and you're confident around women, then those women are going to notice that. Those women are going to notice that you're comfortable around women, and therefore they can feel more comfortable as well. Okay? And if you've got that passion and purpose in your life, and you've got goals that are inspiring to you, and you've got a vision for your life that you're trying to make a reality, then you're going to come across really excited about life and like you're enjoying life. And that's going to be magnetic to women. Okay? And if you can tease her in a funny but kind way, that shows that you know how to play, and you're not a people pleaser, and you're not worried about offending her. And if you can create that sense of mystery, and you don't message her all the time, you're not always in her DMs, then she's got no choice, if she wants to see you, but to chase you. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I can help you with any struggles that you may be facing currently with any women in your life, or to help you become more confident with women, developing those social skills so you can get comfortable with women, and just need overall help with your confidence around women. And if you'd like to go and read my book, you can go and read that for free on my website. So you can coach yourself, essentially. And if you don't, you can just do it completely for free. And you can go, so the book is called Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams. You can go and read it for free on the website. So www.christineloveridge.com, the same website where you can get coaching if you want it. And you don't need to log into the website. You don't need to sign up. The book is just there for you to read for free on the website. All you need to do is just go to the menu on the website, and then click on the link that says the book, and it'll take you straight there. Okay, you can just read it, take you straight to the PDF reader. You can read it completely 100% for free. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.